I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram, and today I'm going to be answering them. Oh, and yes, I did my makeup and hair. Does it look good? Sometimes I think it looks good, but then when I watch it back in the camera, I'm like, do I miss gymnastics ever? I do miss just doing it for fun because I genuinely do love gymnastics. I miss being able to do skills on the beam. I miss doing the bars. I don't miss vault. I hate vault. I've always hated vault. I miss floor so much, and I just miss doing the skills in general. I don't miss having to hit a routine every single time. So there are parts in gymnastics that I miss, but overall, no. And someone asked if I planned to go to college for gymnastics, and yes, for the longest time my plan was to get a scholarship in gymnastics to a good college. But I just stopped loving gymnastics, but I felt stuck. I felt like I couldn't quit because that's what I devoted my life to. I felt like it was my identity and I had to do it. But once I did quit and could do other things that I love, I'm so much more happy. Okay, next question. Are you still friends and do you still keep in touch with any of the Coral Girls? Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I was a part of this group called the Coral Girls, and we were just teammates. But yeah, those girls used to literally be like my sisters. We would go to the gym, do school at the gym. I'd be in that gym 8 hours, Monday through Friday. We worked out together, we ate lunch together, did school together. Then after practice, we'd go home and have sleepovers together. We were all like best friends, and it was a great time for friendship. I had so many amazing friends. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't keep in touch with everyone. I'm still like friends with all of them. It's not that anything happened. It's just, you know, people grow apart, things change, and you just like lose touch. Would you ever want to do a Coral Girl reunion? Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. Actually, I made like a little Zoom Coral Girl reunion a couple months ago, but I would love to do an in-person one and like actually get everyone together. I would love to do that. How has gymnastics and dance impacted your life in a positive or negative way? I worked so hard in gymnastics, and that has transferred over to everything that I do in life now. I am the person I am today because of gymnastics, and I'm forever grateful for that, and I will always be a gymnast. Even though I don't compete, I am a gymnast at heart. And how has dance changed my life for negative or positive way? Dance actually helped me a lot with just not being more confident, but being more open. I loved dancing, but then with the costumes, it was so uncomfortable. I wouldn't even like to wear a bikini to the pool, even if it was like high-necked and high-waisted. Like that would make me feel uncomfortable. I had to wear like a shirt. But with dance, I had to wear like this big V-neck that was like too big for me, and then like these shorts that like rid all the way up my butt, and I had to go out in front of a bunch of people and dance. After I had to wear that revealing stuff, I'm like, please just get a sports bra on me. And before I would have felt uncomfortable in that sports bra. But now it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much more coverage. It's like high-necked and, oh. It just made me more comfortable to the fact that it's okay if someone sees my stomach. What is my biggest insecurity? My stomach. What are some habits that you have/had with your eating disorder? I'm going through a lot of like body image problems. I have body dysmorphia, and looking in the mirror triggers my eating disorder behaviors, like restricting food, not eating, trying to throw it up, excessive exercising. I did have a lot of problem with my teeth, and I had to go to the dentist and get like a bunch of fillings, and it was miserable for a long time. I couldn't drink or eat anything hot or cold because my teeth were like decaying, and oh, it's gross because of the acid from when you throw up. And literally I had to drink warm water. Like I couldn't even have like lukewarm water because it burned my teeth. Oh yeah, it was bad. But I got to the dentist, and a couple months later, like my teeth are way better now. As you guys know, I didn't get my period for like 8 months, but then I got it back for a little bit, but now I'm like 2 weeks late, so I haven't gotten my period again. So I don't know if it's like gone again or if it's just like, I don't know. Hopefully it comes back soon. But yeah, with my eating disorder, it's triggered from body image and looking in the mirror. In my last video, I talked about how my general doctor was telling me like, oh, you're perfectly healthy, like your heart rate 40 beats per minute, that's good, like you lost like 20 pounds from like the last time I saw you, and when I was very malnourished and I wasn't getting my period. I was cold all the time, sleepy all day, I couldn't keep my head up. Basically, when I was super malnourished, my general doctor told me, oh yeah, you're perfectly healthy. But then my eating disorder team told me I wasn't. And this question says, why, if you have a special eating disorder team, are you taking advice from a general doctor? And what are your parents' thoughts on your eating disorder? You should do a Q&A with them. Oh, that is a great idea. But I just got diagnosed with it in the past 4 months, so it's still really new and we're still learning about everything. And the camera cut out for this part, so I'm gonna explain here. We trusted my general doctor more because I've been going to him my whole life, and my heart rate has always been on the lower side because I'm an athlete. And we trusted him because we thought he knew. He's known me since I was a baby, literally. I've gone to the same doctor my whole life. I didn't like feel sick, and they told me I wasn't allowed to even like go on walks. Like, I need to be like extremely careful. I can't exercise at all. I can't even go on like a walk, and that was very hard for me. That whole program didn't work for me, so I ended up leaving that. And then now we found like a personal place that works with me individually, which is much better, because before I was in like a group situation, and personally that didn't work with me really well, and I couldn't pick my therapists or dietitians or anything. But the people I get to pick now, and I like them all individually, so that's great, and I'm learning a lot more from them, and I trust them, and yeah, now I am taking advice from them. Okay, yeah, so that's why we didn't listen to the first people, but we are listening to the new team now. What's the scariest thing that has ever happened to you? Oh my gosh. There's this time, my dog, Jax, got this gum off the table. We didn't know at first, but he just started like acting really weird. Basically, he acted like he couldn't walk. He was like shaking, and we were like, oh my gosh. He wouldn't walk, and I had to pick up his dead weight, which was 80 pounds, and try to get him into the car. And then all of a sudden he started seizing, and he was going like this, and then he started hitting his head against the window, and I was the only one back there with them because my brother was driving, no one else was home. My mom was in the car, but she couldn't get back there with me. He was seizing, his foam was coming out of his mouth. He was hitting his head as hard as he could against the window, and he couldn't control it, and I was trying to get him to not do it. I was crying. I thought my best friend was gonna die. I couldn't stop him from hitting himself on the window because he was so much bigger than I was. And then we got to the vet, and they didn't know if he was gonna make it or not. They pumped his stomach, and if we didn't end up feeding him after, he would have died. And like, we were just about to leave to go to driver's ed. If we would have left and he would have been home alone when he started showing signs of like acting weird, we would have got back and he would have been dead. And my dogs, as you guys know, are my best friends. They are my life. I love them so much, and if he would have died, I don't know what I would have done. Like, that was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. Xylitol is dog poison. Anything that has xylitol in it, get rid of it. Just throw it away. There's like a bunch of ingredients that it's in, like our food. And if dogs get that, they'll literally like die. 1 to 2 pieces of the gum he had was toxic and poisonous. He had like the whole bottle, so I have no idea how he's still alive, but he pulled through, and I'm so thankful for that. What's your most embarrassing moment? Okay, oh gosh. Oh no, a bunch are just flooding to my head right now. Oh my gosh. Well, one time I was at my brother's baseball game, and one of the guys on his team waved to me. They seemed really happy to see me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, hi, and I waved back, and honestly, I didn't recognize them, but I was like, oh, it's probably one of my brother's friends, and I must know him, but I just don't, like, recognize him, but whatever. So I, like, waved back. I was like, oh, like, someone's, like, noticing me, like, hi, how are you? And he looked at me like, what? Like, and then he, like, looked at his friend, and then I was like, what just happened? And I turned around, and there was this girl right behind me, and she looked at me like, and I was like, ugh, that was humiliating. Oh my god. Should I do like an embarrassing stories video? Because I have hundreds. What do you want to do when you are older? I would love to be able to do YouTube as a career, and then acting as like another career like that I do on the side to like hope to get stuff. But like, you know, like if I don't, then that's fine. And if I do, then I focus on that. So like YouTube and acting, that would be amazing. I would love to do that. But say something happens and none of that works out. Say all of you guys leave and no one cares about what I post. Then definitely something with animals. For the longest time, it's been my dream to have my own a luxury dog kennel for people when they go on vacations. Like it wouldn't be like a scary spot like, oh no, my dog's gonna go in there and stay away in a scary crate. The dog would never just be like in the crate like all day. Like it'd always be having something fun to do. And then I'd have like my own dogs and I'd like live there. Like my house would be like on the same property and my dogs could just like go wherever they want. Like it'd be like a big farm. My dogs could visit the dogs that are staying there. My dogs could go to the house. My dogs could go to the barn. Like that would be amazing. And if I had like a husband and then like kids, like that would be a dream. Do you ever wish you went to public school? Just because I've been homeschooled since 3rd grade, I've never known what it's been like to be a normal teen. I've never been to like a party or prom or homecoming. So a couple of years ago, that did kind of bum me out and I did kind of want to go back to school just for that reason. But now that I'm a little bit older, I realize that the only reason I would go is the social aspect, but that's not really that important to me right now in life. And I'm so thankful to be able to do the stuff that I can do, like go to California to pursue acting, work on my YouTube channel. So I wouldn't change anything. I love making videos. I love being able to get right up, work out, film, and then do school later at night if I have to. What do you plan to do for college? So in exactly a month, I will figure out if I graduated high school, and if I did, then I'm going to start taking a few college classes. I might go to some, I might just do them online. I'm not sure which classes I'm gonna take yet. I'm probably gonna start off with math because I hate math and I just wanna get it over with. This next year, I'm gonna mainly focus on like recovery and my YouTube and stuff that I love doing, but also I'm gonna sprinkle a few college classes in there. What is your dream boyfriend? I actually made like a bucket list of like qualities that I want in a boyfriend. Let me open it up. My dream boyfriend would have the same morals and values as me. They will wait for anything like, you know what I mean? But they are not in it for one thing. They actually want a true relationship. Honest, trustworthy, reliable, accepting, an athlete because I want to be able to go to the gym with them. I want them to be confident but not cocky. And one of the most important, funny. So yeah, that's my boyfriend checklist. I'm not worried about like, oh, they must be over 6 foot or they must be, no, like I don't care. Have you gotten any acting jobs? If so, what? When I was in California, I did some student films and a short film. It hasn't come out yet. It's supposed to come out October this year. It's like a horror film. I am the lead, and basically these stuffed animals trap me in the attic and try to kill me, and yeah, I'm really excited to see it. I haven't even seen it yet, and it's been like a year and a half. And I also did Crown Lake, which is a web series on Brat. That was a lot of fun. And then I also did a pilot for Trophies TV. It's a scripted dramedy about competitive cheer, and I'm not sure if that's gonna be going anywhere soon or if it's gonna turn into a web series. And I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that yet, but you know, I guess we'll see. I'm hoping to get something big in the next coming years, and if I don't, then that's okay. I'll keep trying. With acting, it's just so unpredictable. Like, I can't make my job acting, you know? Like, that can't be my source of income because it's just so unpredictable. It's my dream job, being able to just do acting and obviously, like, book a bunch of roles, but, you know, you gotta be realistic. Do you still want to do acting? And is pursuing acting a lot harder than you thought? Like getting jobs and auditions, etc. Acting is way harder than I thought. Obviously, I knew it would be hard to actually get a job, but just acting in general, to work on a character fully, it's not just about reading the lines and, oh, like, what emotion do I play? Am I mad? Am I sad? That's not what it's about. It's about affecting the other person. When you're acting a scene, it shouldn't be acting. You should be literally living in the moment. And that's really hard to do when you have to say the exact words on a script. It's not just about being, oh, I'm mad, like, blah, blah, blah. It's about, what do you want the other person to feel, and living in the moment for the first time, like this is the first time you're saying these words, like it's not like in your brain like I know exactly what to say like a robot. It's like you have to live. So acting is very tough, and to those amazing actors and actresses out there, I applaud you, and you guys are amazing. Okay guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I asked you guys a lot of questions on Instagram about my YouTube videos, about what questions to ask me, topics I should talk about, and just a lot of stuff that I post on my Instagram is related to what I should do on my YouTube channel. So if you want some input on that, then make sure to go follow me on Instagram. Okay, bye guys.